Happy Saturday to you all. Hey, Mom. Big Dave, I see you. Yes, you are. Let's get nuts. Let's get weird. Let's have a time. Let's just contribute to everybody's lives right now. Bottom line. Yep. There he is.
Whoa!
Woo! How you doing, Big Dave?
I am grateful here on 9/11 for waking up in the freest country in the world, the greatest country in the world, and with all the greatest opportunity in the world. And this is the best place to be.
100%. We should talk about that for a second. How does this day make you feel?
Grateful as always. Grateful one to all the heroes, to all of our veterans, to all of our military spouses, to the first responders, and to the American citizens that voice their opinions on every side of every issue, creating a democracy, creating free will, free speech, and allowing us to create the greater good between us. So I think 9/11 to me is one of the most, it should be called Thanksgiving, man. It's so much thanks from my perspective.
100%. And what it showed is just how everybody can rally, right? Like they try to divide us, but here we are, everyone gathered together in regards to that. So obviously an emotional day, especially being in Manhattan, New York City. And Dave and I just want to give our love and let all the families that were affected, everybody was affected in some fashion. So know we're thinking about you. We love you guys and never forget.
Big Adam Jablin in the house. Look out, Lori. What's going on there? Big shout out to my family there.
Yeah, we have a special guest speaker coming on shortly, which I'm super excited about. Let's dive right in. Let's just contribute to everyone's lives on this beautiful Saturday. You ready for me?
I'm ready for you.
A lot of people that want to do something epic, you included, me, you know that in the beginning, it doesn't just happen like that. A lot of people get dejected when the adversity comes. Talk about being able to enjoy the process.
I think it's, first of all, you have to learn to detach your emotions from the outcome, but still have an outcome in mind. The outcomes that I have in mind are milestones. They're checkpoints. They're turn signals. They're signs in the road. But you have to have directional signs in the road in order to facilitate getting to a better place, a better position, or making your position better. What speeds up the process, besides detaching your emotions from the outcome, is to focus that attention and intention, that energy and motion into the what, the who, the how, applying your why to that now so that you can facilitate exponential growth, compound interest, allowing you, believe it or not, by detaching your emotions and applying the what, the who, the how, the now, and applying the why, it actually provides the blend of persistence and patience. That's the formula that everyone's missing, where they have a counterintuitive, conflictual, hey, I'm a ball busting badass. What do you mean I shouldn't have my objectives? No, have your goals, your vision boards, have everything you want. But those are just milestones. They're turn signals to get you to a better place, a better position. Put your attention and intention and emotion into what it takes, who can help you, who you can help, how I'm going to get it done, prioritizing correctly and applying your why.
Yeah, can we say mic drop for a second? And also, Dave, like in the beginning, like when you pivoted, Amberly, I see you in the house. How you doing, girl? When you pivoted, right, from your old life, so to speak, and you bounced off rock bottom and you started doing now, don't you miss like some of those beginning stages, like when you were just building the community and it was so intimate and it was small, but it was growing? Like some of those times, like those are the most special and beautiful. You have to live in the moment, be present, be mindful.
Yeah, I think, if you know your perspective's your co-pilot, that you can keep a perspective, and by codifying, by creating plateaus and understanding baselines, that you can recreate at all times the same exact inspiration that you had at those lower times. As we reflect at things, they always seem to be better. I remember Vita Blue, he's a famous pitcher, and we were at an event together, and these people just came up and they're like, oh my God, Vita Blue, you're the greatest pitcher ever. You're so amazing. And he said, the older I get, the better I was. And that's the problem with looking backwards. It always looks better. And there's I think I might play this at one of my trainings. Traver is the guy. It's called Sunscreen. It's a 5-minute soliloquy with music behind it. And it talks exactly about that. So if you guys want to check out Sunscreen by a guy, last name Traver, check it out, listen to it. I think I'll play it on one of my clubhouses.
Do you think it's weird how obsessed I am with you?
No, I love it, man. I'm obsessed with you.
Should we bring on our guest?
This kid is amazing, by the way. So please bring him on.
He's on fire. We're going to bring him on. In the meantime, maybe you can answer this. I know you talked about this week doing the minimum amount each day so you don't have to work all weekend. I think that's a good one. Hit on that while I bring on our guest.
Yeah, 2 minutes a day is worth more than 2 hours on a Saturday. That's for personal and professional objectives that you have. So many people cannot be consistent and then they're always playing catch up. But that's not how the human conscious continuum works. The conscious continuum works with the cellular structure and memory that feeds the neural pathways of the subconscious that sends a frequency to the unconscious, which then becomes a beacon for what you want by the law of gravity, the law of Goya, and of course, the law of allowance. I'm telling you, my whole day just lit up. This guy is incredible. Tay Sweat. What's up, my man?
What's going on? What's going on? How you doing, fellas?
We flex here. We flex here on Saturdays. Give us a right pipe.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hey,
Awesome.
I'm a huge fan of your brothers. I've been a fan. It's so exciting to connect today. I have a feeling this is just the beginning of the relationship. Dave, go ahead and give this man the intro he deserves.
Well, this man is a financial guru. He comes from nothing. He understands when you can look up, you can get up. My favorite thing about Tay Sweat, besides his ability to be a celebrant, not a celebrity, he elevates others to elevate himself, but he walks the walk. I have never heard two things I learned from him. One, about he drives a really exotic car. And, you know, I've had exotic cars and it blew me away because I've always said to people, money's awesome, but you got to shop for the right things. And if you shop for the right things, you'll be happy. What I learned from Tay is you not only have to shop for the right things, but you have to have the right reasons to shop for the right things. Because if you have the right reasons, I may be buy a Ferrari, for example, because I have a certain anatomy and I want to impress women to compensate for my anatomy. See, Tay Sweat buys his exotic car because he wants to inspire youth to say, look, I come from nothing. If I did it, you can do it. Secondly, the most amazing thing about Tay is that he had nothing, and he borrowed $5,000 on, I think, a PayPal credit card or some stupid high interest thing that he probably would never suggest to anybody today to do, but he had to. And instead of buying chains and you know, food and bottle service, he took his $5,000 and he got mentoring. He found someone in the situation that he wanted to be in, and I'll let him finish that story, how much money he made his first month when everybody laughed at him, scoffed at him, and made fun of him. Now everybody applauds him, and I'll give him the super articulate alligator clap. I applaud Tay Sweat.
I love it. I love it.
How's that intro?
Hey, I don't know if I can live up to it, but I appreciate it.
Hey, one of the things that Dave just touched upon is your cars. And I was doing my homework on you because preparation breeds confidence, and I'm a huge fan. And I know when you pull up in the Lambo, people often ask you, what do you do? And the first thing that you usually say is, I read books and I teach. I love that. Touch upon that.
Absolutely, man. That for me has been the biggest part of really everything that I've had, you know, come into, because where I come from, man, there's literally two ways out, right? I don't know if any of you're up there, so you probably listen to Biggie, or you've heard some, you know, some very popular phrases from Biggie, and one of them is, you either slang crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot, right? That's the only way you're getting out. And for me, I wanted to change that because there's many more ways of making money and making it out of a, you know, destitute situation other than playing ball, entertainment, and selling drugs. So for me, as I read those books, as I studied, as I hired, you know, coaches, and really took a different approach, I wanted to show, hey, those same drug dealers, those same entertainers that you look up to because of the things they have, I can get it too, but by reading books. So that was really a big mind change for me to be able to say, hey, this is why I'm doing it, because I want to show my people where I come from, where we come from. Because, you know, Dave and I also talked about this. We want to show the people where we come from that it's possible.
Yeah, you are a true celebrity. I got to add one thing. One of the things that I add when people ask me, hey, what do you do, man? How'd you become successful? I love saying I read books, I celebrate people, but most importantly, I ask for help. And, you know, I think that's a really good thing to add to your repertoire, Tay, because one of the things, that radical humility, the understanding of ignorant humility, that we don't know what we don't know. So if we don't know something, we're going to go ask for help. And even though you're super mega successful, you still are out there asking for the help. Same way I am, same way Craig is, even though we probably teach more people than we ask for help. We had to get a lot of help in order to get to where we are today. So add that one to your repertoire as well.
I love that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for me, you know, something I teach a lot of the people that I'm teaching is the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know anything.
Now you know what it's like to be 53, man. Now you know what it's like to be 53.
Seriously.
And also, Tay, I know that the most important thing that you did, and Dave touched upon this in your intro, is to bet on yourself. And I want to ask you, for everyone else that's watching this on this beautiful Saturday, if you bet on yourself and you stay disciplined, is there anything out of reach for you?
I'm going to say no. And the reason why I say this is because, for one, it takes a certain type of mindset to be able to bet on yourself. And that mindset starts with self-love. And the reason why a lot of people don't want to bet on themselves is because they don't believe in themselves. So you have to start with self. And look, because where I come from, we're a little insecure, right? We're insecure. We're like, hey, I'm here. Hey, I suck. Hey, you know, we have all these, I call it stinking thinking, right? We have this stinking thinking in our head. And because we have this way of thinking, we tend to want to look outside of ourselves as a bet. So who else can I invest in? Someone who sings, someone who's a good ball player. Maybe he'll help me get out. Maybe, you know, I could put my money in some business that looks like they're on their way up versus saying, hey, why not put it in me? Because no one's going to fight for my dollar and fight for my investment the way I do. And that it really starts with self-love. If you can work on self and get your self-love going, it's sky's the limit.
You know, Craig, I think people get confused in the physical realm. You know, I'm talking a lot about the thoughtful realm because thoughts move faster than the speed of light. The speed of light determines what we do here on Earth. The time it takes from the light to leave the sun and come to the Earth is 186 miles per second. But people don't realize you get 24 hours of man-made constructive time a day to be active. And so what happens is people will listen to Tay and say, oh, I believe I can do anything. Well, in the world of thoughtfulness, meaning aspirations, inspirations, etc., we're asking for crumbs. See, our achievements are crumbs right now because there's trillions of universes, and our capacity can't even understand because we're stuck in this embodiment. We're stuck in the reality that, oh, I don't believe Dave, Tay, and Craig. Tay and Craig because you know, Dave Meltzer will never dunk a basketball, right? No, I won't. I will not dunk a basketball in this lifetime. I touched the rim when I was in great shape in college, but that's the best that I could have done physically. But follow me real quick. See, what people don't realize is this is just a physical realm. When you start talking about how much money you can make, abundant issues of your health, your wealth, your worthiness, and happiness, it's unlimited. It's infinity. So when we take somebody, I'll let everyone travel with time. If I said, hey, Craig, Tay and we're going to go 1,000 years ago. We're going to go back 1,000 years in time. Now, physically, we all can't do that no matter how much we think about it. But thinking about it right now, it takes 0.1 seconds. We all shut our eyes. Boom, we're 1,000 years ago. Boom, we're 1,000 years ahead. We both, and all three of us just traveled, what, 2,000 years? Physically, we can't do that. So don't confuse the embodiment in the physical realm, the speed of light, just because physically you can't do something. That doesn't mean that you don't use your higher power thinking to manifest the unlimited power, the omniscient power that we have in the world or realm of thoughtfulness to achieve and believe you're happy, unlimited, you're healthy, unlimited, you're worthy, unlimited, and wealthy, unlimited. Why? Because all those things are energy. Dunking a basketball is a physical thing. It's not energy. It takes energy to dunk it, but it's not energy. Money is energy. Therefore, it's unlimited and abundant. There's more than enough of it for everyone and everything.
He's on fire today.
I love it.
This is awesome. Tay, well, I have to ask you this. I know that you posted recently something about your girl and having that trust, loyalty, and support in your corner. How significant is that to give you confidence?
You know what? I think it's important, especially as a man. I really think it's important on many levels. There's certain things, you know, shout out to my queen, by the way, Queen Fee, what we call her. There are a lot of things as a man that we need from a woman and vice versa. There are things women need from men, but I can speak as a man. There are things that complete us that a woman has that we don't, honestly. And when you find the right woman to pull that grit out of you and pull that, hey, it's not just me. I have to fight for my family now. I have to work for my family. It gives you another level of ability and thinking and grind and just everything that a man is. You almost triple that when you find the right woman. So for me, that trust, that love, and to know that, hey, everything at home is taken care of, you're good. And I want to say one thing. I want to get a little raunchy here for my other guys, right? I like to keep it real. And this is something that I tell a lot of my guys who I'm coaching. I say, listen, as a man, I get it. One of the things that we're always running around looking for is a butt, right? We want some butt. We want sex. We want to do that thing. And it occupies so much of our mind and so much of our time because that's all we're looking to go do. Literally everything we do as a man, as a single man especially, is to please a woman so that we can get the butt, right? Now, if you get, I call it in-home butt that you love, that you want to take care of, that you are great with for the rest of your life, if you will, then that immediately frees up mind space, right? Now you have mind space to put other things in. Now we can go focus on taking over the world, focus on helping other people, focus on making more money, focus on, now we can really focus because the things that occupy a majority of our minds as men, we already have it at home and we trust it.
Let me take a spin on that, Craigie Poo. No pun intended, Craigie Poo. Anyway, so it's so interesting that you say that because the primal fears, right? The Freudian fears that we have is the need to fight, flee, fight, or the F word that Gary Vee used to use, and I call it fornicate, the butt. Anyway, those four Fs are the primal needs. Those are what create the interference between us and the all-powerful, almighty, all-knowing, between us and what we already are. So you're exactly right. My grandfather gave me some of the best advice I ever heard. He said, David, you need three things in life. One is a liaison. And that is that person, a man, a woman, a partner, whatever it is, you need a liaison between you and everything else in your life. That support system. All you need is one, and you need to learn to love that person beyond anything. And that will allow you to free a lot of the interference. Two, you need to learn what activity you get paid for. A third of your life is spent with that liaison. A third of your life is spent doing the activity you get paid for. And then finally, buy the best bed you can find. And that's because you spend a third of your life sleeping. And he was an old Russian Jew, so he says sleeping and stooping. That's the other F if you don't know what stooping means. Anyway, so you got to find the best bed that you can find. It's actually exactly aligned with what Tay is saying, is that you need to have these three things, and you need to have one person in your life that'll allow you to clear the interference so that you're not chasing the food, the fight, the fleeing, the fear, and the fornicating. You need that one person, whoever it is, whatever sex, breed, whatever you are into, you need one of those liaisons. And I really, really support what you're saying. I think it's also important to know everybody says shit different ways. And so you got an old 53-year-old middle-aged mutant turtle. You got a cool dude next to me, and you got Crazy Craig up top. We're all thinking the same things, just saying it in a different way. It's not what we say, it's what you hear. Hopefully you're hearing all three of us, or at least one of us, because we want you to make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and have a lot of fun.
We just want to contribute to everybody's lives on this Saturday. The only negative that I have today is that I don't have 10 hours with you guys to speak. Why don't you both just leave the audience with one final gem and enjoy the weekend?
I'll go ahead, man. Mine's real simple always. First of all, today's 9/11. So I want to reiterate how grateful I am for my freedom that has been provided by our military families, our first responders, and our citizens that speak up and speak the truth. Whatever your opinion is, you need to speak your opinion, but also appreciate the differences. You don't just think that you know what you know. There's ignorant, humble people like the three of us, but there's ignorant, arrogant people that don't know what they don't know, but they think they know. Trust me, you don't know what you don't know. So voice your opinion and then learn from others. You'll be a lot better off. Most importantly, everybody on 9/11, be kind to your future self. Do good deeds. We have the greatest country in the world. Let's keep it that way. Thank you so much, Tay. Thank you so much, Craig.
Absolutely. Love you, Dave. Tay, want to leave the audience with one final gem?
Oh, most definitely. you know, kind of just going back with what Dave was saying, I personally have to say, due to what we've seen happen, you know, the last 20 years with 9/11 and, you know, even other, you know, catastrophes we've had, we have to enjoy the present, enjoy the journey, enjoy the present, because in this, especially in this country, we get wrapped up in the rat race of what we're doing and what we want and trying to look in the future, that we forget about the present and the people who are around us. So for me, I have to say, it's something I'm actively doing in my life is love on the people who are around you. Be grateful, be thankful for them, show them that you love, show them that you care, and enjoy the journey. You know, no matter what it is you're doing, stay present. At least take one day out of the week and just enjoy yourself.
I love all this. I love both of you. Tay, I'm super excited that you and I connected today. I have a feeling we're going to do a lot more things. Love to get you on the podcast.
Absolutely.
The audience listening, this paradigm shit that's going to live in my feed. It should be rewatched and replayed. Thank you both for such amazing, priceless gems. We love you all so much. Have an unbelievable weekend with your families.
Thank you both.
Blessings.
God bless you.
Take care, guys.
Have a good one.
That was awesome. So many gems, so many nuggets, guys. Again, this video is going to live in the feed and also be on the YouTube channel. Tay, I'm so excited that I connected with him today. We're going to do some more stuff together. Obviously, Dave, always with the gems. Guys, enjoy the process. Enjoy what today represents, unity, and just be grateful for everything that we do have. Great gratitude is a superpower. It changes your perception on everything. So on this day, we love and we come together and we remember everything and everyone. Have an unbelievable weekend. Sharpen the axe and enjoy the process. Love you all so much. If you're not in the testing community every single day with inspiration, text the number on the bottom of the screen, 917-634-3796 right now, and enjoy daily inspirations, trainings, all those things. Thank you again, Tay and Big Bad Dave. I'm shooting out to Long Island for a wedding. It's been the first wedding in about 18 months, so I'm super excited about that, although I don't know how much dancing I could do with a big scab on my foot. Just got the stitches out, but I'm just grateful for this thing called life. I love you all so much. I see you, Rachie, Joannica, Lori, and of course, Alex and Jesse, my two queens. Love you all. And Mom, if you're still on here, love you. Have a great weekend, everybody.